It's a point. You have to point at me.
Oh, okay. At you?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Falcon Nation. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, here with first-year head coach, Coach Shiposh. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Beautiful, because we practiced it a couple times on Tank. But we were at Fall Sports Media Day. Most importantly, it is a soccer media day, and men's soccer coach. First year, you were a little bit taste of the season last year in the spring. You were here, serving under Coach Evans for a little bit, and then you were able to take over the reins. So, welcome.
Thank you.
How excited are you to get started?
I'm very excited. I think we have a great group of boys that have returned, and a great group that is coming in. Granted, we have a pretty small roster, smaller than I would like, but it gives all the boys an opportunity to play. There's minutes there to be had. And I'm just generally excited. We're now into our second week of preseason, and they're getting at it. The concepts that my assistant coach, Coach Brendan Weinhardt, and I are trying to instill, they're taking on very well.
Good.
And the quality and the intensity of the trainings has been high.
And we were able to notice that because if anyone follows Lackawanna, it's like we want everyone to follow all of our Lackawanna sports, but if they follow Lackawanna Falcons, or more importantly, men's soccer, you've been putting out some videos and stuff too of your guys at work. So I'm not a huge soccer guy, but I do know a little bit. Listen, I try. I got to spread it around. But it looks like you're doing some really, really good stuff.
We got to get you to training. You could play with the guys a little bit.
Exactly, and stuff too. So, but you were fortunate enough to join us at the school. A lot of our first-year coaches come in and they don't have a chance really with the recruiting cycle. So you were able to get a little bit of a recruiting cycle. You were able to spend some time recruiting. Who have you brought in that you're really excited to see?
Well, I came in around the end of April, beginning of May, so right at the end of the recruiting cycle. I was very fortunate that, under Coach Joe, he already had some previous leads that I was able to get a hold of.
Good.
One player that I'm very, very particularly fond of, very happy that we got him in, is Willis Smith, who we got in from the United Kingdom.
Okay.
He's come all the way from England, and he's made a great impression in preseason so far. He unfortunately had a little bit of a knock when he came in, but he's taking care of his body. He's making sure he gets to the trainer, taking things easy and slowly ramping things up. So he's being intelligent about it, and also he just is a genuinely good guy.
Right.
I mean, he's.
How is he making the transition from you? Is he asking for fish and chips all the time, or is it?
No, not that stereotypical. No, it seems like all the boys are meshing very, very well, especially those that are dorming. There's been quite a few team building events outside of the official team events that that the coaching staff has put together. So it's good to see that the boys are meshing together, and Willis is one of those that I think is benefiting from that sort of chemistry that's being built.
And then you had a chance to look at some of our returners a little bit. When you're here in the spring and stuff. Who has really shown that they're ready to take the lead. They're a second, maybe even with COVID, you're a third-year player. Who's returning wise? They were like, all right, this is my guy. I got to depend on him. He's our leader. He's our go-to guy.
Well, all of the returners are very, very talented. They're not just athletically talented, but also they have the drive and the mentality to become better. One in particular that I've been very, very surprised with is Jadel Gibbons. Our goalkeeper. When I came in and first saw him train, he seemed very, very raw, but he informed me he was working with a goalie trainer over the summer, putting in the work, and he's coming to preseason completely fit, and some of the saves that he's pulling off are absolutely ridiculous. So I think this is going to be a huge season for him, not just in that aspect, but also he's taking on sort of a leadership role. He's a great motivator, very, very positive in his communication, so it's something. It's very beneficial for us as a coaching staff to have a player, especially from the back, that could see the whole game, read the field, read the game, to help his teammates from the back.
And with my limited soccer knowledge, goaltending is important.
Yes. Very, very important.
So the fact that you have a steady person back there in goal, I think is key.
It is a blessing. Yeah. Because that is, if you don't have a very strong goalkeeping department, it can be very, very stressful.
Yep.
Yes.
And then looking at your schedule, when do we start? When do we kick off the season? And what part of the schedule are you looking forward to the most? Like, this is a spot right here where we could take 3 Region 19 games, or these are our big rivals. When do we start, and what part of the schedule are you looking forward to the most?
Well, our first match is this Saturday against Community College of Morris. In particular, I'm very, very much looking forward to that game because finally the boys are just raring to go. They're ready to go. There are 2 specific weeks, or I think 3 specific weeks, where we actually have 3 games in 1 week. So I'm particularly looking forward to those because as a coach, it's very important to be able to tailor our training sessions, tailor our recovery in order to maximize the amount of effort that the boys can output. So I'm particularly looking forward to those weeks, especially with a small roster, how we navigate through those and if we can be successful. I mean, it's an exciting time.
Right.
College season is extremely condensed, so it's a science in itself trying to modify and tailor everything so the boys can be at top performance all the time.
Good, awesome. And then we know you just don't coach full time. So what is Coach Shiposh doing to like relax, to chill, like to take it easy? Like, are you going out to eat? Are you doing like what is your thing that you'd have to do after practice to make sure that you're ready to go the next day?
So I do coach full time, which is it's a blessing in itself.
Right.
I also coach a youth club here in the area, and I do own a small business where I do small group and individual training.
Oh, good.
That's a plug.
Yes.
But in my off time, generally after training sessions, I work with Coach Brendan Weinhardt also at the youth club.
Okay.
We have a habit to go out with the University of Scranton coaches, the assistant coaches there that we know very well. We go bowling together. Okay. Which is ironically.
I remember that you talked about the bowling at our golf tournament and stuff too.
And that is our team building event tonight. It's Coach Brendan and myself versus the boys.
And we talked about the importance of you getting your own bowling ball. Have you gone that far? Have you got your own ball yet?
I don't even have my shoes yet. Coach Brendan, the first thing he did after we bowled like 5-6 times, he got his shoes. But both of us don't have a bowling. I think the house balls are okay. I could deal with them. It's all right. It's not. Right. I know. Listen, I'm
as a former 200 plus average bowler, it's very important that you have your own ball, though. So
I'm happy with my 170 average.
All right. Well, you're doing good with the house ball and house shoes. You're doing all right.
I'm content.
If we bring back bowling, you're a guy.
I don't think I have any years of eligibility left, but maybe Joe Papp can spin something for me.
I'm sure we can. Listen, we want to wish you best of luck. Have a great season. To catch your Lackawanna Falcons men's soccer team, we're at Loyola Field and at Scranton Prep, and we're probably going to be at Shout Stadium in Dunmore, but we're going to try to live stream a lot of these games and stuff too. I know that Eric and Tom like to get out there and do their live streaming and stuff too. But make sure you check out the Lackawanna Falcons men's soccer team this fall. Go Falcons, take flight. We'll be right back. Soccer Media Day.